Success isn't a fairy tale. It's not some magical moment that suddenly falls into your lap because you wished hard enough, or because you waited for the stars to align. Success is earned. It's something you build with your own two hands, with every ounce of blood, sweat, and tears you have in your body. It's not about waiting for the perfect opportunity. It's about making opportunities out of nothing and seizing them with everything you've got. And guess what? It's not going to be easy. It's not going to come without sacrifice, struggle, or discomfort. It demands relentless effort, an unshakable belief in yourself, and a willingness to do the things other people are too scared to do. Let's stop pretending success is for everyone. It's not. Most people talk about success like it's some right that they deserve, like it's something that will just be handed to them if they do the right things, smile in the right way, or play by the rules. But the truth is, most people never achieve anything close to real success. They never get there because they're not willing to put in the work. They're not willing to sacrifice comfort, time, energy, and sleep for something bigger than themselves. They're not willing to face the demons that come with pursuing greatness: failure, rejection, exhaustion, loneliness. They're comfortable with mediocrity, and comfort will never get you to the top. Comfort keeps you stagnant. Success demands that you get uncomfortable, that you leave your cozy little world behind and dive headfirst into the grind. Here's something you need to understand. Success doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care that you don't have time, that you didn't get enough sleep, that you're too busy. The world doesn't care about your sob story, about how rough things have been for you. Success doesn't show up on your doorstep because you felt sorry for yourself or because you got unlucky. It shows up because you went out and found it. You put in the hours, you fought through the hard days, you got your hands dirty, and you did what others wouldn't or couldn't do. Success isn't handed to anyone. It's taken. It's taken in the trenches of struggle, and it's only for those who refuse to back down. Now let's talk about failure, because if you're not ready for failure, then you might as well give up now. Most people think failure is the end of the road, that if they fail, they're done, they've blown their chance. But that's a coward's mindset. Failure is a lesson, a stepping stone. It's the test that determines whether you have the guts to keep going, whether you'll rise or stay down. The people who are truly successful aren't the ones who never fail, they're the ones who fail and then get back up. Every time you fail, you learn. Every time you fail, you get stronger. Feel less stronger doesn't define you unless you let it. But if you're willing to embrace it, if you're willing to use it to fuel your next move, you'll find that it's one of the most powerful tools in your arsenal. If you're too scared to fail, then you're too scared to succeed. And if you're too scared to succeed, then you're wasting your time. Success also requires focus. And this is where most people get it wrong. They have these half-baked ideas, they start things, they dabble here and there, but they never commit fully. They lack the focus to follow through. And guess what happens? They never finish anything. They never get anywhere. Focus is the key to pushing through the noise and the distractions that are constantly bombarding you. It's about dedicating your energy to one thing, blocking out the world, and refusing to let anything or anyone take you off course. Focus is what keeps you from getting distracted by the shiny object syndrome that drags so many people off the path to success. It's about saying no to the things that don't matter, no matter how tempting they are. And believe me, distractions will come, they always do, but the ones who succeed are the ones who push through the temptation to quit, who keep their eyes on the prize and stay locked in on what really matters. But let's talk about something else that most people fail to grasp: the importance of self-discipline. You think success is about talent, right? No, it's not. Success is about discipline. You can be the most talented person in the world, but if you don't have the discipline to put in the work every single day, if you don't have the grit to show up when you don't feel like it, then talent doesn't matter. Discipline is what separates the dreamers from the doers. It's the ability to push yourself when you don't feel like it, when your body is screaming for rest, when the world is telling you to slow down. It's about getting up every day and doing what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel. If you're waiting for motivation, you're setting yourself up for failure. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline is what gets you through the hard days, the frustrating days, the days when you feel like throwing in the towel. Without discipline, you'll be stuck in the cycle of wanting but never doing, wishing for success but never actually achieving it. And here's the brutal reality: no one is coming to save you. Success doesn't have a fairy godmother, and it doesn't care about your sob stories. The only person who can give you what you want in life is you. If you want success, you have to go out and get it. It's not going to come to you while you're sitting around feeling sorry for yourself or waiting for the perfect moment to start. There's no perfect moment. There's only right now. The sooner you understand that, the sooner you realize that success doesn't happen in your comfort zone, the sooner you'll start taking real action. So what are you going to do? Are you going to keep making excuses? Are you going to keep telling yourself that you'll get to it tomorrow? Are you going to keep sitting on your dreams, letting them gather dust while you wait for some miracle to happen? Or are you going to stop being a passive observer of your own life and take the reins? Success won't wait. It won't care if you're tired, it won't care if you feel unworthy, and it won't care if it's hard. But if you're willing to put in the work, to push through every obstacle, to fight through every failure, to stay focused on your goals, no matter what, then success will become yours. Because that's what success is about. Relentless pursuit, unwavering commitment, and the refusal to stop until you've earned it. So stop waiting, start now. Achievement is the thing that drives us all. The fuel that pushes us to keep going, even when we feel like giving up. But here's the hard truth. Achievement isn't something that happens by accident. It's not some gift that you wake up and receive one day. It's the result of an unrelenting, tireless pursuit of your goals, your desires, and your vision. No matter how many times you fail, no matter how many setbacks you face, and no matter how many people tell you that you're not good enough. Achievement is earned through sacrifice, discipline, and the willingness to push yourself past the point of comfort until it hurts, until you're exhausted, until you're not sure how much longer you can go on. But if you don't quit, if you refuse to be broken, that's when you get it. People love to talk about achievement, but they rarely talk about the price it demands. They love to show you the end result, the shiny, perfect version of success that looks so effortless, so easy. But they don't show you the endless nights, the grind, the moments of self-doubt, the mental and emotional toll it takes to get there. They don't tell you about the hours you spend when no one's watching, when everyone else is sleeping, when you're grinding away, trying to make progress, trying to push the ball just a little bit further down the field. That's the part they don't show you, the part that is grueling, uncomfortable, and full of struggle. That's the price of achievement, and if you're not willing to pay it, then you might as well forget about it. Achievement doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care about how tired you are, how hard life is, how many times you've been knocked down. It doesn't care about your circumstances, your background, or your perceived limitations. It only cares about one thing: results. The people who achieve greatness in this world are the ones who have learned to stop making excuses. They've learned that the world doesn't owe them anything, that nothing will be handed to them. They figured out that if they want to accomplish something, they're the ones who have to put in the work. No one else is going to do it for them. And when they don't feel like it, they do it anyway. When they're exhausted, when they're scared, when they're frustrated, they keep going anyway. Let's be clear about something. Achievement isn't easy. It's not meant to be. If it were easy, everyone would be successful. But the truth is, most people are too comfortable to push themselves to the level required to achieve their dreams. Most people are too willing to settle for mediocrity, to stay in their safe little bubble, to avoid the discomfort that comes with striving for something great. They want the rewards, but they're not willing to pay the price. They want the victory without the struggle. And that's why they never get anywhere. Achievement is only for those who are willing to suffer, to sacrifice, to put in the work when no one else is watching. If you want to achieve something big in life, you need to stop caring about what other people think. You need to stop worrying about what they say, whether they believe in you or not, whether they approve of your journey. You need to stop seeking validation from others, because the only person whose opinion matters when it comes to your success is yours. It's your life, your dreams, your battle, and no one else can fight it for you. People are quick to criticize, quick to doubt, but they don't see what goes on behind the scenes. They don't see the sleepless nights, the sacrifices, the emotional roller coasters. They don't understand the mental and physical toll it takes to achieve something worthwhile. So don't let their opinions hold you back. Don't let their doubts crush your dreams. You are the one who has to live with the consequences of your decisions. And if you want achievement, you're going to have to fight for it. No matter how many people tell you it's impossible. And let's talk about failure, because if you're not prepared to fail, you're never going to achieve anything. Failure is not only a part of the process, it's necessary. It's the sharp, unforgiving teacher that forces you to grow. Every failure is a lesson. Every setback is an opportunity to learn and adjust. But here's the problem. Most people see failure as the end. They see it as a sign that they're not good enough, that they should quit, that they should give up and try something easier. But the people who achieve great things understand that failure isn't the end. It's just the beginning of the next step. It's a sign that you're pushing the boundaries, that you're going outside your comfort zone, that you're moving towards something greater. The ones who achieve are the ones who fail, get up, learn from their mistakes, and keep moving forward. They never let failure define them. They use it to fuel their progress. Achievement also requires focus. It requires the ability to block out distractions, to say no to the things that don't matter, and to stay relentlessly committed to your goals. In a world filled with distractions, social media, entertainment, the constant pull of other people's opinions, focus is a rare and precious commodity. Most people waste their time on things that don't move them forward, things that fill the void temporarily but don't contribute to their long-term success. They're busy, but they're not productive. Achievement demands focus. It demands that you direct all of your energy, all of your attention toward the things that are going to get you closer to your goals. You can't afford to let anything stand in your way. You have to put your blinders on and tune out the noise. But focus isn't just about blocking out distractions, it's about having clarity on what you want to achieve. Too many people are drifting through life without a clear vision of where they're headed. They have vague dreams, vague desires, but they don't know exactly what they want. When you don't have a clear vision, when you don't know exactly where you're going, it's easy to get lost. It's easy to get sidetracked, to give up when things get tough. But the people who achieve are the ones who know exactly what they want, who have a clear and burning desire to get there, no matter what. They've defined their vision, and they're willing to sacrifice whatever it takes to make it a reality. The bottom line is this: achievement is not for the faint of heart. It's not for those who are comfortable with mediocrity, who are okay with just getting by. Achievement is for those who are willing to fight for what they want, who are willing to push themselves beyond their limits, who are willing to put in the work and make the sacrifices necessary to reach the top. If you want to achieve something truly meaningful, you have to be willing to give up the easy path, the comfortable path, and step into the unknown. You have to be willing to embrace the struggle, embrace the discomfort, and never ever give up. Because in the end, achievement is the reward for those who refuse to quit, who refuse to settle, and who are willing to do whatever it takes to make their dreams a reality. Discipline is often viewed as the foundation of success, yet it's more than just a word or a simple concept. It's a force, a relentless engine driving you forward when everything inside you wants to stop, when the world around you screams for you to slack off, and when the road ahead seems longer than your energy reserves can handle. Discipline isn't some distant goal that you hope to achieve someday. It's an everyday commitment to true over and over again. Even when it doesn't feel natural, even when a comfort in action is more inviting than any idea of progress. Let's be real about it. We've all felt the pull of laziness. We've all been at a crossroads, standing on the edge of the temptation to take the easy way out, to take a break, to procrastinate just a little bit more. It's easy to say, I'll do it tomorrow. I'm too tired today. I deserve a break. But what happens when you keep feeding those excuses? You rot in them. Your dreams stay distant, your potential remains untapped, and you allow every moment of hesitation to steal another inch of progress away from you. Discipline is about slamming the door on that temptation, shutting down the lazy voice inside your head that tries to derail you. It's about showing up when no one's watching, putting in the work even when no applause or recognition is around the corner. It's about commitment to the grind, not because it's easy, but because it's the only path to anything worthwhile. Think about the people who have truly made an impact in the world, who have built things from the ground up, who have taken their raw potential and molded it into something extraordinary. They didn't get there because they were naturally talented. They got there because they fought through their weaknesses, their fears, their doubts, and above all, they fought through their own inability to be disciplined. Discipline isn't just about saying no to distractions, it's about saying yes to the long-term rewards that you know will come if you stick to the course. It's about forcing yourself to rise before the sun, putting in the extra hours, pushing yourself even when every fiber of your body wants to rest. And when you hit walls, and you will hit walls because the journey is never easy, you push harder. You break through. That's the essence of discipline. It's not just about sticking to a plan, but about adapting and overcoming and relentlessly pursuing your goals in the face of every challenge that stands in your way. But let's not sugarcoat it. Discipline is hard. It requires the kind of mental fortitude that most people don't have. It demands that you take responsibility for your own actions, for your own life, and for your own future. It doesn't give you room to blame anyone else or to come up with excuses. The world doesn't care about your excuses. It only cares about your results. No one is going to hand you anything. No one's going to show up at your door with success in a box, all tied up with a bow. You have to go out there and take it for yourself, and the only way to do that is by mastering the art of discipline. Too many people get caught up in the idea that success will come easily, that it'll fall into their laps, that some stroke of luck or a special opportunity will suddenly open up and change everything. That's a fantasy. Success is earned through hard work, consistency, and discipline. It's the small things, day after day, that compound into the big things. It's that moment when you choose to stay up late working on your passion rather than watching another episode of a TV show. It's that decision to get up early and get moving when all you want to do is stay in bed. Discipline is the one thing that keeps you moving even when no one else believes in you, even when the odds seem stacked against you, even when you feel like quitting. It forces you to keep going, to keep grinding, because it knows that the only way to make progress is through relentless effort. And let's talk about motivation for a second, because it's something everyone loves to talk about but doesn't understand. Motivation is fleeting. It's a spark that can light a fire, but it burns out fast. Some days you wake up feeling ready to take on the world, but the next day that feeling is nowhere to be found. Discipline is the thing that keeps you going when the motivation is gone, when you're left with nothing but willpower and the knowledge that success doesn't wait for anyone. If you wait for motivation, you'll never get anything done. Motivation can't be relied on because it's inconsistent. Discipline is what bridges the gap between the days when you feel unstoppable and the days when you feel like you can't keep going. Discipline is also about prioritizing. It's about making hard decisions every single day, deciding what's more important than the things that distract you. And distractions are everywhere. Social media, friends, entertainment, the noise of the world, it all pulls at you, trying to steal your time and your focus. But you have a limited amount of time. Every second that slips away is one you can't get back. So discipline forces you to ask yourself what's worth your energy, what's worth your time, what's worth your focus. Those are the questions that separate the successful from the unsuccessful, the winners from the losers. It's not about being perfect, it's about being present, focused, and relentless in the pursuit of what matters most. When you're disciplined, you understand that every single day is an opportunity to get better. You understand that even the smallest improvements compound over time, and those small improvements eventually lead to massive changes. You also understand that setbacks are inevitable. You will fail. You will fall. You will make mistakes. But discipline means you don't stop there. Discipline means you get up again. You learn from your failures, you adjust, and you keep going. You don't let a single failure define you. You don't let a single mistake derail your progress. Discipline is about taking responsibility for your actions and owning your journey, no matter how messy it gets. What people don't often realize is that discipline doesn't mean you're rigid, that you follow some set of rules without ever questioning them. In fact, discipline is what gives you the freedom to break out of the confines of mediocrity and achieve greatness. It's the structure that allows creativity and ambition to flourish. Without discipline, your dreams are nothing more than wishful thinking. With it, your dreams become a blueprint for reality. It's discipline that allows you to keep your eyes on the prize, while the distractions pull you in every direction. In the end, success isn't for the faint-hearted. It's not for those who crave instant gratification or those who want to take the easy way out. Success is for the warriors, the ones who show up every day, who put in the work, and who are willing to make sacrifices in the short term for long-term gains. Discipline isn't a trait that you're born with, it's a muscle that you build one action at a time. If you want to win in life, if you want to be the best version of yourself, if you want to achieve something that truly matters, you have to get comfortable with discomfort. You have to embrace the grind. You have to make discipline your ally, because without it, you will never get where you want to go. It's time to stop waiting for the perfect moment. There's no such thing. There will never be a time when everything aligns perfectly, when the stars shine just right, and when the world opens its arms to embrace your ambitions. If you want something, go get it. Now, not tomorrow, not next week. The only moment that matters is right now. And if you want to make the most of it, if you want to take control of your life and your destiny, then you have to get disciplined. Because the only person standing in the way of your success is you, and the only thing that will get you where you want to go is relentless, unwavering discipline. Focus is the difference between living a life of purpose and wandering aimlessly in a sea of distractions. It's the line between success and mediocrity, between achieving your dreams and settling for less. So why is it that so many people struggle with it? Why do so many people fail to maintain the laser-like intensity needed to get where they want to go? The answer is simple. Because it's hard. It's difficult to stay focused when the world around you is loud, when every app, every notification, every person demands your attention. But the real question is, are you going to let the noise control your life, or are you going to take charge of your own focus and direct it toward what truly matters? Focus isn't just about paying attention. It's about being ruthless with your time and energy, about putting your undivided attention toward the things that will move you forward. Too many people waste their precious hours bouncing from one task to another, unable to concentrate long enough to finish anything meaningful. They let their brains get hijacked by social media, email, and endless streams of distractions. They start projects but never see them through. Focus is what separates the people who get things done from the ones who sit around wondering why they haven't made any progress. It's the one thing that you can't afford to lose, because when you lose focus, you lose control of your life. Let's talk about how easy it is to get distracted. In today's world, we have a million things pulling at us, all demanding our attention. One moment you're sitting down to work, and the next you're scrolling through Instagram, looking at pictures of people living lives that seem more exciting than your own. It's so easy to get sidetracked, to lose sight of what really matters. And before you know it, hours are gone. It's insane how easily your focus can be shattered, how quickly you can get lost in the rabbit hole of distractions that offer nothing of real value. But that's the trap. The world wants to distract you, to keep you from focusing on the one thing that can truly change your life: yourself. Focus is a choice. It's a choice to eliminate the noise, to block out the distractions, and to zero in on the things that matter most. It's about creating an environment that encourages concentration, about getting rid of the things that drain your energy and keep you stuck in the cycle of doing nothing. It means saying no to things that aren't aligned with your goals. It's about setting boundaries, hard ones, and protecting your time like it's your most valuable asset. Because guess what? It is. Time is the one thing you can never get back. Every second that slips away is one you can't reclaim. And if you're wasting it on meaningless distractions, you're throwing away your future. Focus is also about intensity. You can't half-ass your way to success. You can't expect to achieve greatness if you're only putting in half of your effort. It's not enough to just show up. You have to show up and give everything you've got. You have to push yourself to stay locked in, to resist the urge to multitask, and to give your full attention to the task at hand. Multitasking is a lie. It's a myth that tricks you into thinking you're getting more done, when in reality, you're spreading yourself too thin and doing a terrible job at everything. Focus is the opposite of that. It's about single torquing, about diving deep into one thing and giving it your all, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's hard. You know how it feels when you're truly focused. It's when you're so absorbed in your work that the world around you fades away. Time becomes irrelevant. You're in the zone, and nothing can break your concentration. But let me tell you something, that feeling doesn't happen by accident. It happens because you've trained yourself to focus. It happens because you've built the mental discipline to block out distractions and go all in on your goals. And here's the truth, if you're not training yourself to focus, if you're not practicing the art of concentration every single day, you're wasting your potential. Focus is a muscle. The more you work it, the stronger it gets. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to stay locked in when it matters most. Focusing on the positive, the stronger your potential grows, and the farther you never get locked in again. Now, I know it's tempting to think that distractions aren't a big deal, that you can always get back on track later. But here's the harsh reality. Every time you get distracted, you're losing ground.